We are now at Caprera Terrace on the western end of North Road East. This row of houses behind me were built on what was in 1640s called Pennycombe Work, a massive earthwork built to protect Plymouth, one of 5 that were spaced out from the end of North Road West, North Road East, right up to Freedom Fields, Lipson Fort, Lipson House. In 1644, this fort came under a major attack by none other than King Charles I, King of England. Pennycombe Fort was an extensive earthwork, mounted with cannon, and it was built here to protect the approach to the inner line of Plymouth, the town line, which is behind us to the south, St George's Gate, which stood not that far away at the bottom of the rise down there. Like all the major forts, Pennycombe was built strategically to guard one of the major roads into Plymouth, Saltash Road, which is nothing like it is today. It was a lot less wide, much less wide, and it also guarded the upper crossing of Stonehouse Creek at the bottom. We're looking north of the Pennycombe Work now to Central Park. In those days of the Civil War, there were probably, more than likely, Royalist patrols riding along this area, watching the Roundhead garrison here. I've always believed that this portion of land, this high ground, was actually the northwest portion of Pennycombe Work. And the reason for that is the major road structure of Plymouth has not really changed. It's widened, but it's not changed dramatically since the 1640s. After his successful victory over the Earl of Essex's army at Lostwithiel in Cornwall, King Charles marched his victorious army to Plymouth, hoping to capture the town. He arrived here in the middle of September and occupied the old fortifications built by Prince Maurice and levelled by Parliament. He rebuilt them along Manamead Avenue, Crow Down, Hyde Park, and he planned his strategy. The king always was close to his army in action. He was at Edgehill, he was present at Naseby and Newbury, and I'm sure he was close to Plymouth when he launched one of his few attacks against the town. After bombarding the town for a few days, only 2 casualties were recorded during that bombardment. He got his army together and marched it down towards Pennycombe via Houndescombe Woods. This force attacked the Pennycombe fort, an all-out attack. Not his complete army, just part of it. I think he was worried because of the size of the defences he could see at Plymouth. So this force attacked Pennycombe, hoping for a quick breakthrough. Reinforcements from the town reinforced Pennycombe Work, and for several hours there was a battle that fought here on this very spot, in front of this area, in front of these houses down on the lot, but around the train station, I believe. And the Royalists were forced to retreat. Later on in the evening, they made another attack. This also failed. The next day, they decided on one more attack. This went in half-heartedly, and another one went in against Newark, which is at the top of above Mill Bridge, North Road West. This attack also failed. After these failures, the king broke his siege of Plymouth and withdrew. I am stood at the end of North Road East, which I believe in the Civil War days was a military road. And to my right, Caprera Terrace, this is where the rear of Pennycombe Fort would have been. It would have been an earth bank with openings for men to move into and out of. And if you carried on down this road to North Road West, you would have come up at the end of that road to Eldad Hill, and the last of the 5 major earthworks, Newark, as it was called. If you come back the other way, follow the military road back, past the rear of Pennycombe Fort, which I believe is where the road that goes down to the station there, that is the end of Pennycombe Work, the eastern end. Follow the road along, you would have come to a demi fort called the Little Pennycombe Quick, which was built between Pennycombe Work and the next major work, Magdalen Fort, which stands on North Hill, where Plymouth High School for Girls stood.